to Senior of the Month. I'm Barbara Chase, and I want to introduce you to our Senior of the Month for December 2019, Regina Griffith. Hi, Regina.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
Nice to see you. And welcome to you to Senior.
Well, thank you for having me.
The nomination.
Thank you for having me, yes. It's been actually very well received. A lot of people have noticed it.
I'm sure it has. You're all over town now.
Yeah.
Picture.
Yes, it's nice.
Okay, so we're going to take this opportunity to get to know you a little bit better.
Sounds good.
You want to tell me your age?
I have no problem telling you my age. I'm 63.
63.
Born in 1956. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were born where?
Orange, New Jersey, at Orange Memorial Hospital, which is no longer in existence. But
how about that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of
several,
hospitals,
yeah,
yes,
right, that have gone.
that we no longer have. Okay. When did you come to Montclair?
I came as a child, so it's certainly not my decision. I'm the middle of 3 children, my sister just being a year and a half older, my brother being a year and a half younger, and we were in an apartment in Bloomfield, and we were busting at the seams. So my parents moved us to a family home bought a home in Montclair, and so I was just 3, and grew up in Montclair. I went to Montclair High School, went to Montclair State, so I'm very local.
Okay, so you were a local, you were a Montclair child.
Definitely, yes.
And a Montclair young adult.
Correct.
And then something happened in the process of your
right.
becoming an adult. You want to tell me about that?
Right, sure.
About your location?
Yeah, I got married young at age 20 and rented for a little bit with my first husband. When it came time to buying a home, we looked at Montclair, and I was still doing a lot of things in Montclair, including still going to college. I was not done with, my college education. But we frankly could afford a neighboring town, which ended up being Nutley. And a lot of it had to do with the tax bill, not just the price of the home, although they were considerably cheaper everywhere. It was already, the taxes were slightly higher and enough to be a make or break, because we looked in Bloomfield, Nutley, Glen Ridge, Montclair, yeah. So I don't regret the choice, because I've still, as I say, I kind of live my life in Montclair, but I still do live in Nutley, and I raised my 3 children in Nutley, 2 of whom went to Nutley High School, 1 went to private school.
Okay, so you live in Nutley.
Right.
But so much about you goes on in Montclair.
Correct.
You have a business here, is that correct?
I do, and that's one of, that's the biggest anchor in a good way.
You want to tell me about your business?
Oh, sure.
When and, how
yes, right after having my children, I was taking some classes at what we call the Women's Y, which is now the Family Y, I gather, at Glen Ridge Avenue. I was taking some exercise classes, and my little toddlers were enrolled there for toddler classes, but I decided I wanted to do exercise as a profession. I had been an English teacher for 1 year, but I was, after graduating college, I was an English teacher, but then started having a family. So I decided to get certified as an exercise professional, and I met a woman at the exercise classes, and we went into business together. So we were business partners for quite a long time.
So when did that happen?
1983, the very end of '83. So it's really just now 36 years is finished just in December. So
congratulations.
Thank you. We had 36 years of jumping jacks, as I say, but.
So where are you located? Have you been in the same locale?
We actually rented out of the Commonwealth Club in Upper Montclair for 22 years.
Really?
Yes, so we definitely have a connection to Upper Montclair that way. Then 14 years ago, we went into sort of co-businesses with an existing dance studio with a friend of ours on Grove Street, at 127 Grove Street in Montclair. And so I basically do more of the fitness end of things during the daytime, early morning and into the lunchtime hours. So the dance studio runs in the afternoon and evening more. We overlap a little bit. And I run there on Saturday and Sunday mornings as well. So it's still going full tilt. And it's quite early. I start very early in the morning with personal training or some of the small groups that I do. And then the group classes are more 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'm still doing it. It's changed a bit over the years because our clientele has changed a little. Sure. Yeah. So, but that's really my major anchor to Montclair, which is great. It's great, touchstone. But I still do an awful lot of cultural things. And
well, now I remember hearing or reading that you said something about this business of yours, that you're going to be doing that forever.
Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. Well, that's my plan. Don't tell my husband I'm never going to retire, but my plan is to do it as long as I can. I have had two hip replacements, so just one 6 months ago today, as a matter of fact, but they haven't stopped me at all. I mean, I've definitely had arthritis, probably a little more aggravated by overuse, but that's kind of an occupational hazard. But a lot of people I deal with have had health issues that way, some more severe, because we're all getting a little bit older. And which is not to say I only have seniors in the classes, but we, sort of skew that direction.
That the hip replacement is not as serious when it comes to recovery, et cetera.
Correct. Yeah.
And getting back to your as like
I was very lucky.
Knee replacement and other types.
Yeah. That's usually the case. I mean, I'm sure there's exceptions, but. It was totally arthritis and overuse.
I know people that have had both hips replaced and they're right back to.
Yeah, I was very able to get right back, and I was teaching classes within a couple of weeks, so it was not bad at all. Wouldn't do it recreationally, but if you've got to have a surgery, I say, well, that's not a bad one. Right. So there are occupational hazards, but I'll take that over a serious illness any day. So yeah, a lot of people I know from the studio certainly are dealing with the same situations because we're not a 25, 30-year-old crowd anymore. I welcome 25 and 30-year-olds, but frankly, a lot of people have stayed with me over the years. I've got students that have been with me for 35 years, so that's wonderful.
Now they must be in terrific shape.
Yes, I think they are. Or they're just in good health too, because we definitely feel more and more positive about just making the difference in wellness. It's not all about being 10 pounds lighter or fitting into an outfit for a wedding or something like that. It's
about keeping the body.
And
doing the right things with it, right?
Keeping the brain stimulated by blood flow. Yes, it's so
because I always thought that when it comes to the body and it's preserving it, that we should never have stopped taking gym.
Exactly. So just keep moving. That just do it, idea is movement, whatever you can do is great. And I think there's more and more said about that. People that lapse and then try to get back into it, it's harder, it's not impossible. So it's great if one can keep on in some way. So that's what I've been able to do. And yes, so I'd love to say I'm going to keep on doing it forever. Right now I have no plans to retire or change the studio. I want to keep it going.
Well, you're still young yet.
Oh yes, thanks.
So,
a young senior.
Okay. What other activities have you been involved in? In the town outside of your...
Yeah, I go to a book club in town. I take part in some of the political offerings in terms of going to meetings or rallies when I can. The cultural things in terms of concerts or Outpost in the Burbs or lectures at the library. And I have been involved in the adult school lately more as a teacher, some of the fitness classes when I can fit that in the schedule, teaching for the Mill program or whatever. So all that, it seems I gravitate.
For the Mill program.
I did, yes. Yeah. And I probably will again, but just got a little busy.
Any volunteer work?
Yeah, more of the volunteer work is still in the fitness world. I run some drives towards, coat drives, homeless shelter type of things. We just did a bra collection for the underserved women that we went through a bra recycling program. We held that. We've done it several times in October through Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's really not a breast cancer fundraiser, but it ties in nicely. So we send them off to people that are in need. So things like that.
Do you connect with some group or some specific program or something when you do?
Sometimes yes, and sometimes it's the Human Needs Pantry for a more general collection or a toy collection or a food collection, because we have a very vibrant group of people, more women than men, but I certainly have men students, and that's one thing about Montclair too. People are right there and willing, and there's a fair amount of affluence in the town, so people pull out their checkbooks or do what they can if they're asked. If I organize something, I'm always impressed with how many people come through.
They come forward.
Yeah, it's never a question. I mean, it might just be a simple donation, but it's great. There's not usually a blink of an eye on that one.
It's a matter of trust.
Yeah, I think that's true. But this town is good for that, though, too.
Yes.
There's certainly a lot of energy that way. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you've done a lot.
I hope.
what are some of the most important life lessons in all of the things that you have done and accomplished?
Oh, thank
Have
you.
you
Yeah.
learned?
Well, I think I stated that you can't just expect things to stay the same. And as old as I'm getting, I realize that on a daily basis, that just when you think you've got something set, something swerves you in another direction. So that go with the flow idea, I think is really necessary. And I'm more able to do that now. I know it was much harder 20 or 30 years ago, or maybe I just thought I had to have my day and my year organized, and something would throw a monkey wrench in, and it was more anxiety producing. Now I just sort of expect the monkey wrenches.
The mindset changes.
The mindset does change,
over
yeah.
decades.
And a lot of things are very putty-like. You can change things. So I think going with the flow and not getting too tense about disruptions, not taking myself too seriously. I don't know that I ever did. I'm a little sarcastic anyway, but I think that's an important life lesson. Just get out there and enjoy it. And I think I've also just stated, I feel like it's terribly overused right now, but just the idea of kindness, just show kindness. It comes back tenfold. That expression of you can be anything, but first be kind. I think so much stems from that. You know, if we just take a breath and just treat it with kindness.
I don't think that can be overused.
No, I very much agree. Yes,
I think that should be, very much global.
Oh, yes.
You know.
Yeah, today's climate especially, but yeah, absolutely. And I think on a very small level, I find at the studio, we really are a community, and with friends and family in the area, same thing. But I love the community of my studio because, again, people, it's not just about the exercise and the wellness and the fitness, it's the support and, giving each other a boost, giving each other a little pep talk, or just, wishing each other Merry Christmas, whatever it might be. So
A little support.
Support, yeah. Being there for each other.
So kindness and go with the flow, tie that in with your mantra.
Good question on that one, I guess. I guess in terms of, forget the exercise part, just put out there what you want to get back. It's maybe the do unto others, but I think it does work. If you have a smile on your face, if you can put it out there, somehow it comes back, whether it's in the exact same way or just a sort of a circuitous route. And I do think in my world of exercise, if I can just make somebody feel better, it doesn't have to be that they did the best squat or bicep curl of the day, it's just that they felt better. So that to me is worth its weight in gold as well.
So for any of our seniors who feel the need to get it moving and
that would be great. Yeah.
They should look at, what is the name?
It's called the Total Workout.
The Total Workout.
The Total Workout, yes.
And it's
at 127 Grove Street.
Grove Street.
Yeah.
And we all need that. So, yes.
It's a nice group of people.
Thank you, Regina.
Thank you.
For giving us all that information. And, interesting.
Oh, I hope so. Thanks.
And good luck to you.
Thank you.
In
it's
your
great.
future venture with...
Let's hope I can keep going for another 30 years.
Well, that would be nice.
I do have a 92-year-old personal training client.
Well, see.
There we go. Yeah, right. So I can keep going for a while.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.